Welcome to another video, guys. Today we're going to be talking about this cool, different version of Ashamane Rogue, which is now called Aggro Rogue for some reason, but one thing's for sure, the deck is hella strong, especially in Top Legend. It's not too hard to get to, but the skill cap for it is definitely very high, because you can be doing so many obscene things with this one, especially if you know what the opponent's deck is supposed to be doing. So in this video I'm going to give you a quick guide about it, talk about mulligans, win rates, and general tips so you know what you should be doing with, as well as what you could be expecting against it. So I hope you find the guide helpful, and if you do, a like and subscribe would be great. But now, let's check out the guide.
You are not prepared!
Here's the list I used, and you're gonna notice this deck does not run Garona anymore, so that definitely opens up a lot of room for other things in here. And we no longer run the 7-mana Dethrone card, which felt pretty bad in the last one, not gonna lie, but instead we actually have a 7-mana Ziliax, which still is gonna get you some healing, but also it fits the 7-digit mark. We still have Ashamane, with which you could be doing some crazy things. We have a 5-mana Scrapping Student, which is your single 5-drop in here, so again, activates Elise, and it's also great to be copying your Elise location like this anyway. We have Mirrex the Crystalline, which is usually an extra Elise for you if you time it right, but it could be all sorts of other different things, and all of them could feel pretty good, but just don't forget the minion does remain with the 3-4 stats for only 3 mana. And we can still get a lot of good things out of the opponent, with things like Deja Vu, with Nightmare Fuel, that kind of stuff. And I gotta say, both of these cards have given me some extremely good cards out of the opponent. It was pretty brutal, especially against Discover Hunter, you're gonna get to see. Also being able to discover cheaper releases, extra copies of releases with -2, we actually did that against one Death Knight, which was absolutely crazy turn 2 release. We have a lot of tempo with things like Flashback, and with our very own Elise, usually we're going for 5 mana with Rushers plus attack, that kind of stuff. Anyway, going through the cards themselves, we have a couple of preps. Obviously it's a rogue deck, so both preps and shadow steps are MVP. And with prep, usually you could be playing yourself 0 mana All Managers, 2 mana Dubious Purchases, or even you could be discounting the 1 mana stuff, but also 0 mana Flashback can be nutty. The Deja Vus are absolutely brutal in here. Not only do you get to do something on turn 1, but also this thing gives you a discount from the card your opponent is giving you, and you could be getting yourself an 8 mana Ziliax, a 3 mana Elise, and honestly anything in between. So you could be very creative with what you could be doing against the opponent. Nightmare Fuel is kind of the same deal. Again, it gives you something to do on turn 1, and don't always bother with actually comboing it. In some cases, you just play it. But the combo could definitely give you some pretty nutty stuff as well, so keep that in mind. And this also is going to give you information that minions are actually in the opponent's deck, not in their hand, so you are going to have a decently good read if the opponent has Elise on curve or Ziliax and stuff like that. The Space Rock Collector is pretty decent, again gives you something to do on turn 1, but you could also hold on to it for the turn where you're trying to play a combo card, for instance on turn 2. If you don't have another better way to combo off Flashback, maybe you just wait for Flashback with Space Rock Collector in the same turn. Creature of Madness is, as always, amazing to have, and gives you some pretty good free drops. The Flashback is really a good card, like this is way too much tempo for most people, and this is the whole reason why the deck is called Aggro Rogue, I do believe, because if you tempo this thing as soon as turn 1 or 2, a couple of them maybe, you will be doing some pretty crazy things. Foxy Fraud is another great card with which you could be comboing off Flashback with. All Manager is pretty nice, gives you an extra coin with which you could be doing Ashamane a lot sooner, for instance. Mirrex could be amazing if you time it right against some opponents. You could be getting yourself an extra Elise, an extra Ziliax, an extra Grifta maybe, or anything you might need. In some cases, you might even just tempo it for the hell of it. Like, I've literally seen people play him as a freaking 3-4, and that would not be wrong if you, let's say, play a couple of flashbacks early on, and you don't have anything else to do on turn 3, you keep that pressure rolling, extra 3-4 on turn 3. Back in my day, that used to be a play. Telget, kinda decent, gives you an extra backstab with which you could be dealing 4 damage to an undamaged minion, and also doubling up all undamaged minion. Damage taken could be very nice for you to get some removals going, and Rogue is kinda struggling with removals, so this guy could be definitely helping you out. The Dubious Purchase is as good as ever, sometimes you just use it for the card draw, but it's always better to actually destroy something, even if it's not too big, it's still a free destroy. But don't wait around skipping your turn just for the sake of it. If you have nothing better to do, just to play it for 3 cards. Don't even bother comboing it, I guess. At least the Navigator also pretty decent. Like I said, the 5 mana Rushers plus extra attack could be the best you could be going for, but technically speaking, you could be getting yourself a 5/5 copy. Discovering a spell usually for Rogue is not that hot. Gaining armor is an okay-ish thing to be doing. The +2 spell damage, not really worth it for the most part. You could be getting yourself All Manager to 4 damage, but it's really not that great. So yeah, all around rush, attack, copy, those would be the top 3. Grifta, also pretty decent. You could be going for damage, for healing, for card draw, heck, even for discount he could be very amazing, so don't sleep on that. Just don't forget you're also giving the opponent stuff, so be careful giving them something that can actually help them as well. Nightmare Xavius, a great way to fish out cards you're looking for. You could be finding your Elise this way. You could be fighting Ashamane with -2 on it, like this could also be pretty great. Double Battle Crown Scrapbook, Student, and so on and so forth. Honestly, the Dark Gifts can be so great with so many of your minions. The Scrapping Student, pretty decent. A lot of the times opponents actually do destroy locations nowadays, so having yourself an extra copy would be kind of nice, even though you're not going to wait around till turn 10 to actually play a 5-mana and copy it. But it's definitely a great thing to be doing, because a lot of the times when you do play a location and use it, the opponent is not going to destroy your location straight out. They're going to wait a turn, so they kind of bait you into thinking you have your location for an extra turn, but instead, on the turn where you're actually going to get your location opened, they do destroy it, but in this case, you will be able to copy it beforehand, and that could be huge. Nomelia, also pretty decent. Again, Rogue does suffer from removal, so this is a great neutral card you could be removing stuff with, so definitely pretty nice. And again, a great minion to be copying. This also deals 2 damage to everything, so that can be nice. Ziliax would be your only source of healing in here with the Haywire module plus Perfect module, and no, it's not because we really love damaging ourselves, but it is making Ziliax into a 7-drop, and technically speaking, you're not damaging yourself with the Perfect module this way. Well, you kind of are if you're gaining armor, but this deck doesn't really do that much. So you are going to be getting yourself a 7/6 Divine Shield Taunt Lifesteal Rush Ziliax, which is no joke still. Still is going to give you a decent chunk of healing, and it is a couple of turns earlier than it's supposed to, so that can be pretty nice. Shaladrasil also pretty cool in here, giving you all of those cool extra cards, and you don't always need to be getting the corrupted version of this. But technically speaking, you could corrupt it with the help of Ashamane, which could be nice, but it's not something you should be going out of your way too much. And last but not least, we have Ashamane, which is definitely gonna raise the bar of this deck quite a lot. The skill cap becomes much higher, because you're gonna have to combo off cards you're not running in your deck. But again, a lot like Nightmare Fuel, this is gonna be good information for you to know what's left in the opponent's deck and what they have to expect the top deck, and also vice versa. If you are the opponent, you might actually want to try and draw out the card that the opponent might really want out of you before they actually get to play Ashamane and get plenty of copies of it. All around, that's about it for the cards. It's a very interesting deck. It does have a lot of tempo potential. Usually around turn 4 or 5, it kind of blows up with Elise locations and whatnot. So all around, a pretty strong but not so easy deck to really get the most out of. So give it a few games and you might actually start winning a lot more than you're losing. Matchup wise, here's what we have. Kind of great stats, at least for the ones we have, but it's only in Legend. Let's see from Diamond to Legend if people are playing it. Not much. It's definitely more of a Legend kind of deck, as Rogue usually is. As for the mulligan, here's what we have. Going first, you're gonna be looking for your good early game, with Creature of Madness on 2 would be OP, Elise always would be a keep, Deja Vu is amazing, Space Rock Collector, the Flashback is nutty, Foxy Fraud, Nightmare Fuel, and in some cases even Mirex, especially if you're expecting the opponent to be playing on early Elise. Prep can also be great, especially if you already have yourself a Flashback. Xavius can also be okay-ish, depending on the matchup. Talgat might also make sense. Just don't forget this guy does need a combo for him to be giving you the backstab. On the coin, again, try to get the good early game pressure, that kind of stuff, and you should be climbing. All around, that's it for the deck. This is definitely one of the most expensive rogue decks I've seen in quite a while, but yeah, it do be like that. It's technically 9 legendaries, Ziliax still counts for 2, but all around, it ain't cheap. Hope you enjoyed the guide, and if you did, a like and subscribe would be great, but now let's check out some of my games on my road back to top 1000 legend. Hope you enjoy. A lot of hunters out there, huh?
Let the hunt begin. Face your worst nightmare.
Could try something like this. That looks alright. By the way, have you guys noticed how wonky the mana crystal is? Like, look at how weirdly shaped it is. so skewed and just downright wonky. I always thought it was kind of like a perfect rhomboid or whatever. That's not actually a rhomboid, it's a pentagon, isn't it? 2, 4, it's a sextagon? I don't even know. So whatever, agon. Let's go nice and quick here. Not ideal. This gives me some shit. Welcome to the stream, Hopeless. How you doing? How you doing?
Lush wilds and clear skies. This could be our home.
I could actually do that. I'm kind of down with it.
Lush wilds and clear skies. This could be our home.
This deck doesn't even run Garona, which is kind of weird. It is what it is. Free mana charge, that's kind of cute.
These could belong to a brand new
I think I'd rather get myself a 5 mana location first. She went for a lot of doubles there, but a lot of times that's not a very good idea.
I remember this place well.
Well, she only takes 2 slots, technically. But, yeah, kinda. Could go for a 1 mana at least here. Maybe I'll go for a 1 mana here. I'd leave at least on the board if she lives. I get the Shadow Stepper if I feel like it.
These could belong to a brand new species.
It's a lot of Rangaris this guy's getting. Is he gonna get the 6? Be a lot cooler if he doesn't. But he fucking did. No, he didn't. Got the discount though. That can also be just as scary.
Blaze a trail. I remember this place well.
We alright. Next turn, this could be lethal. He doesn't do anything to Da Vinci.
These could belong to a brand new species.
But he's probably gonna fill the board with 2/4s, isn't he?
Who could put a price on such powerful artifacts? I could.
Here we find it.
Drink with me, friend.
Bunch of healing, huh? If he doesn't taunt, he's dead, I think.
Drink with me, friend.
Sisters, my instinct shall hunt down our enemies.
He might find the taunty boys like this. Okay.
Blaze a trail.
Got him. Interesting game with rogues. Then again, they always tend to be. Games with the rogues definitely are of a different breed.
Hatches versus King.
Doctor Destroyer. Against the Dick.
Face your worst nightmare. Welcome to the end.
Hello there. Welcome to the stream, man.
Rot number 802. Welcome to the collection.
That ain't bad. Turn 2 Elise after all, why wouldn't we? Turn 2 Elise, mind you. Turn 2 Elise into a turn 3, turn 2 Elise into a turn 4, maybe Elise out of this. I don't know, dudes. They don't call it Elise Rogue for nothing. I can tell you that's much.
I remember this.
Creature of Mass is the best thing you can do on turn 2, unless you can do a frickin' Elise in it. Unless... This is how the magic happens.
Blaze a trail. I remember this place well.
I can go for a 1-mana right now. No need to use it though.
You could use a string.
Copying an extra Nomelia could be interesting. I'm looking for a charge out of these, not gonna lie. This one is still probably the best out of the lot. There's a charge. Okay. Oh, let's turn this location out to do it. Could have Location Destroyer here. Become pretty meta nowadays. Going with this guy next turn is pretty fucky for him. Going with this thing is also pretty fucky though. Suck.
Sorry, boss. Sorry, boss.
This is definitely kind of cool. Charge on this is also kind of cool.
Won't happen again. Won't happen again.
Pretty nasty. Gave him a couple of temporary cards right now. Should be kind of fucky for him. Having another charger so we can fucking do it again in a couple of turns is also pretty nutty. This enough for the Thor. Okay, would have been lovely if we remained with this, but it is what it is. I guess Celiax is fine here. Can you handle it? Well, that sucks. Okay, good old Trippy suck. Well, the plan remains. The plan remains, and I think he's still dead, isn't he? Do you need to do it like this just for the sake of the room? No, actually I do have the room, what am I talking about? Okay. Quite busted. I didn't even need to attack with these, if we gotta be honest. But I was kind of trying actually to make some room for the leeches, which never really connected there. There was not enough room for them, but deck is strong. Deck is definitely one of the decks ever. Has a lot of creativity involved with it, but 3 elite locations by turn 6. Not very many come back to tell the tale after that one.
Patches versus Sylvanas. Welcome to the end.
I will never.
I'm not a hunter. What's double sounds? You probably have the stream open in 2 places or something, I don't know, man. I mean, Grifta, still a pretty cracked card. He was from the mini set, wasn't he? If he's from the mini set, you can just buy that. still kind of worth. Pretty much, pretty much. 2 mana Neri is kind of interesting. 1 mana location is also pretty interesting. I'm gonna go 2 mana Neri. Next turn I'm a tempo it. Maybe even play this. Who's the Discover Hunter now, bitch? Bitch boy. That's also kind of hot, actually. I'm gonna do that too. Well, actually, if I do that, this is no longer 1 mana, so I'd rather not. Triggers twice, kind of cute. 0 mana, this thing ain't the worst, but that's what we have Shadow Steps for. That ain't bad at all. Wish this was double Battle Cry though. Games against Quest Warrior? I can only imagine. Could actually play this. So I can play that too, but... This is also pretty nice actually, because this becomes a 1 mana, so that's gonna cast twice. It's kinda insane is what it is. It's kinda insane is what it is. Crazy! Turn free. This deck is something else, guys. Rogues are like cockroaches. Blizzard keeps shitting on them, and somehow they keep coming back. Speaking of cockroaches, there's the fucking fly. God damn it, son. Had eyes. Where'd it go? Did I just wound it or something? I gave it a good fucking back on my hand and it's a fucking live? You're joking. Oh my goodness, dude. God damn it, son. I literally saw it fall. And it just came up again, apparently. Fucking hell. Playing against Fly Hunter, apparently. Okay, let's do this. Give me +2 health, por favor.
Power worth hungering for.
Bullshit. I have a feeling he has his what's her face lined up, so I think I'd shadow step this Neri because it's a little bit too good to let it die.
How odd.
Life finds a way. Ain't that the truth? Guess he found 2 damage there. Charge ain't bad. He's almost Pepsi Max. Half charge on this with 6 damage from it. This guy, that, I mean, not that guy, but let's see.
Who could put a price on such
Well, we're burning a top kick.
I could.
God damn it, dude, that fly is prowling somewhere. Stalking me.
Have no time for games.
Okay, he's desperate. He's looking for the card draw. I mean, the 2 4s. There they are. There they are, 2 4 in again. Three mana Grift is kinda cute. By kinda cute, I mean it could be lethal. And it is, chat. So that's what you wanted to do against me. Ain't that funny? Not so funny when the shoe's on the other foot, is it? Who's the hunter now, bitch? Gotta love it. Gotta love it. That Nerion turn 2 was kinda insane. Not gonna pretend for a second that wasn't amazing. But yeah, this is one of the reasons why this deck is so cool in Top Legend. You can do some pretty obscene things if you have a very good knowledge of all of the other decks around. You could be doing what they do, but kinda better because you're a fucking rogue with shadow steps and preps and crap. It's kinda interesting like that. Picking apart game plans, making them your own. And that's why you gotta keep watching all of my videos, guys. Not just the ones you gotta play, also the ones you play against, because knowing your opponent is half the battle won. Knowing how to be your opponent is the entire battle won, apparently. Another hunter. Let's see how that go this time. Let's see how that go this time. Quest hunter pretending to be smart. I'm gonna chill for now. Even though I could have coin, prep, Foxy, this thing. I'd rather keep it for now. Well, I'm gonna do it now.
Care to make a wager, friend?
Let's see what this do. This is kind of crazy good.
Who could put a price on
Ew. Big man. I can kill it with the help of this thing. But I could just do this thing.
drink with me?
Or not. Alrighty. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Kinda wanna go for a faster Ashamane. So I'd rather hold on to my coinage. Ah, fuck it. Next turn I could even Zilliax if I feel like it. Push that tempo of mine. This is gonna be pretty crappy for him. A lot of his crap is costing him extra now.
Belong to a brand new species.
Who could put a price on such powerful artifacts? I could.
Isn't finding.
Okay.
Care to make a wager, friend?
Never trust a pirate.
Okay. It ain't too bad. Ain't too bad.
Sisters, my will shall lead.
Not slow as balls. Man's almost dead. If I'm going for this guy next turn, needs to make some room.
What cars?
King Zilliax right now is not a bad idea, dude. Think I'ma do that. Fuck Ashamane, ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that ashy dick. Well fought, you concede.
Sisters, my arrows.
That ain't too horrible. Ooh, he's freezing.
Who could put a price on such powerful artifacts? I could.
I'd rather he doesn't bounce that. You'd be surprised how much that hit the spot, man. You would be surprised how much that hit the spot, but let's pretend it was a misplay for the time being. He's happy with it being a misplay, I'll allow him to think so. Okay. Now I get the coin prep ashy dick. Let's see how that do. Pretend we're a hunter again. We're gonna be on the hunt again. On the hunt for a cunt. Did it hit the spot now? Who the fuck runs this?
My instinct shall hunt down our enemies.
This could be interesting with Neri in hand. Getting his 6 damage to face could be good. Next turn, it's go time. It's go time! Next turn, Neri, and the 1 mana Deja Vu for his 6 damage twice. Okay. If he doesn't use up the damage, he'd be in danger, but he's probably gonna. Unless he gonna. Still, he's basically just grasping at this point, grasping at straws. Also, the Deja Vu actually was not gonna give me double up his thing. Because it would have given it with a discount, but still getting it twice would have been cool. That ain't too bad. Could actually do this.
Buy one, get one full price. Drink with me, friend. Who could put a price on such powerful artifacts?
Sedge. Don't want to give him the control.
Let none hide.
Rock number 802, welcome to the collection.
Okay. That's a board. Problem is, he does actually have 6 damage into his Tidepool Pupil. Doesn't seem like he has anything to Da Vinci though. Get 6 damage twice. Plus hero power. Oh, fuck me, dude. Exact frickin' lethal. Didn't get a speck of healing in here, so I couldn't have fought it off, but that was kind of fucked. That was kind of fucked. Didn't get a taunt. I wasn't even looking for a taunt, to be fair, but should have played around it, I guess. I should have anticipated that this can happen, but that was a little bit too convenient for him to top kick. Not to mention he got the freaking brand like that. Like, fuck me, dude. For real, for real.